good time for the New York Rangers. With only 2 games left, they can savor their regular season accomplishment and wait for their first-round playoff opponent. It may be their hometown rivals, the Islanders, who have 2 road games left. Or they may meet with John Van Beesbrook and the Florida Panthers, the first-year record-breaking expansion team. The Islanders have a 1-point lead, and Thursday night's head-to-head with Florida could determine who plays the Rangers. John Buckler's Buffalo Sabres know their game with the Rangers has plenty of meaning. The Sabres want to win their last 2 to get the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference and home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs. It's the New York Rangers and Buffalo Sabres. Between the Rangers and Sabres. Rangers lead the season series 2-1. Dominic Hasek leads all goaltenders in goals against average at a phenomenal 1.93. His save percentage is the best in the league at .930, and he's tied for the league lead with 7 shutouts. Mike Richter leads all goaltenders in wins with 41. His goals against average is 5th in the league at 2.59, and he has 5 shutouts on the season, 1 against the Buffalo Sabres in December here at Madison Square Garden.
Bill McCreary, the referee, the game Thursday night with the Islanders playing in Florida, if that game has the final playoff spot on the line, yes, Bill McCreary will be the referee for that one.
Okay. Underway, Mark Messier with Glenn Anderson on the right, Adam Graves on the left, Brian Leetch and Jeff Beukeboom on defense, and an offside whistled against the Rangers. To start the game, Mike Keenan's lineup has a couple of adjustments to it. As we take a look, Joey Kocur has returned to the lineup. Notice Craig McTavish has quietly moved into that number 3 spot amongst the centers. Defensively, Joby Messier is in the lineup. Alexander Karpovtsev moving up to the left side. The weird Karam came out in front. Craig Muni tried to move it. Here's the shot by Anderson that went wide. Poked away from Messier, Mark Messier, by Dominic Hasek, and the puck cleared out of the zone. Jason Dawe, number 43, was stood up at the line by Brian Leetch. Dale Hawerchuk, number 10. Alexander McGillney, number 89, the captain of the Buffalo Sabres, on for Buffalo.
Buffalo's a smart team, away from the puck defensively. They do not allow too many odd man rushes. So you really have to be patient again against a team like Buffalo and try and create turnovers in their zone.
Dale Hawerchuk has had a terrific year for Buffalo, bouncing back, and has been one of their offensive leaders. But not only offensively, he played very, very well defensively. He scored 33 goals. He has 85 points. Great return to form for Dale Hawerchuk. Excuse me, 34 goals, 85 points for him. Craig McTavish on with Joey Kocur and Greg Gilbert. Dominic Hasek stops the puck, moves it around the boards for Brad May. May, number 27, falls down. He's on with rookie Derek Plant, number 26, and Donald Audette, number 28. Back the other way, former Ranger Randy Moller on.
The Rangers are playing Wells with Zubov, and we saw Karpovtsev and Zubov paired during warm-up. So, a little juggling here by Mike Keenan. I'm sure he'll feel his bench and see how the guys are playing, and he'll play different players with different players depending on how the team starts the game.
Played across. Philippe Boucher, number 4, goes back to get it. He's paired with Randy Moller. Rob Ray, number 32, is on with Dave Hannon, number 14, and Wayne Presley, number 18 for Buffalo. Wells steers it out of the zone. Played a little over 2 minutes in this first period. There's no score in the game. Beukeboom back to the puck. After him is Wayne Presley.
And right away, Mike Keenan comes back with a Messier line. So he wants to get the Messier line in the game and jumping early. At least that's what I would think his thinking is.
Jay Wells in the corner, double team. Presley is there. Puck is worked loose by Presley around the boards. Randy Wood has come on for Buffalo, number 19. Dave Hannon back for it. Anderson Try to play it to Mark Messier. Hannon will take over for Buffalo. Sabres have won 4 of their last 5, including their last 2. And one was a 1-0 shutout over Montreal. Shot by Randy Wood, deflected on the way in, and Richter stopped it. Went through his skates, but he got enough of it for it to go wide. Richter out to stop the puck. Mike Richter's sharp, and he's very confident, John.
Boy, I watched him work again this morning in practice, and he's chasing everything. He's working on every single shot, really trying to stay in the groove that he's in already. It's very interesting to see Mike Richter work down. He wants to keep that focus, especially for next Sunday when the playoffs start.
Surprised what a BMW convertible is going for these days. The new 318i.
Call 1-800-334-4BMW to arrange a thorough test drive.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
Presenting the RCA 52-inch projection screen home theater. It's bigger and brighter than almost anything out there.
See the RCA home theater TVs at all Trader Horn locations.
New York Rangers hockey is brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud. By MetLife. Get Met. It pays. By the Card, the American Express card. Don't leave home without it. And by Delta Airlines, official airline of Madison Square Garden.
Back at Madison Square Garden, 3 minutes, 1 second gone by in the first period, no score in the game, and Craig McTavish, who's had already a lot of ice time, is back on to take the face-off.
I don't think that we've seen Nemchinov and Tikkanen and Noonan on the ice just yet. And it looks like the checking line on the ice, something that Mike Keenan wants this line to do, is work against McGillney.
Kobe Messier is wearing number 8 and is on with Jay Wells. The puck played behind the net by Wells. Closer to it, Ken Sutton, number 41 on him. Gilbert moves it. Richard Schmelik, number 42, is there. There's Schmelik with the puck, moves it up the boards. Wells steps in to keep it in the zone. Gilbert after it. So is Ken Sutton for Buffalo. Buffalo Sabres with a superb defensive effort this season. John Muckler turning around his style after Pat LaFontaine went down. And over the last 18 games, their goals against average is 2.25.
It's a nice combination to be real good at even strength defensively and then be real good, period, with your goaltending and your special teams. Right. That all combines into a pretty good season. And they've had to change their style because of some very significant injuries. Himmelhoff may have been their best player at the time that he broke a bone in his leg recently. And, of course, LaFontaine out all year.
For the first time, we see Alexei Kovalov on with Stefan Matteau and Steve Larmer. Second time, John?
Yes, sir.
Well, they were on quickly last time. I missed it. Shot by Audette goes wide. Kovalov sends it around the board for Matteau. He bumps there with Boucher. Hawerchuk played it ahead off a skate. That shot by Moller is a save by Richter. Brad May is hit by Beukeboom. Larmer plays it out of the zone. Matteau against Moller. Moller hits. Matteau pushed back. Matteau looks for the puck and finds it. Gets it back to Beukeboom. Now Brian Leach. Taken off the boards by Alexei Kovalov, whose 11-game point-scoring streak was stopped on Sunday by the Islanders. Leach is tied up in center ice. This will be an icing on the Sabres. Koser back to make the touch. With a little over 5 minutes gone by in the first period, there is no score in the game.
Joe Koser appears to be skating freely after missing some time, and he's being used a lot here with Craig McTavish as this game begins. Again, Buffalo so good defensively. The Rangers have had a couple of opportunities on shots that were created because of turnovers, yet none of their shots have reached the net, and they've not had one shot off the rush. Buffalo taking care of business defensively thus far.
In talking to Rangers Rangers assistant coach Dick Todd and asked him, well, what do the players have to play for here? He said, well, see all the extras out on the ice this morning? There were 8 extra skaters out there, plus an extra goaltender. Somebody doesn't play well, they may find themselves sitting come playoff time. So there are some interesting faces, very serious-looking faces on the Rangers' part this morning. And I was wondering, John, was it that they were getting their playoff faces on, or they just got their tax returns back? Right? Bad subject,
They
right?
both give you the same look. I'll tell you that. Yeah. More every year. That's all I know. Vote for somebody else, pay more.
Uh-oh. It's politics.
No, see, you started something.
That
Way to
puck
go.
deflects over
There
the
you go.
board.
Don Imus talks everybody into voting for President Clinton, right? Yeah. Gets the checkbook out.
Joby Messier suffered injuries a good portion of this season, but when he was in the lineup, the word from Binghamton was that he played very well.
Had some problems, and he was in New York, got checked out, back playing, he's in good shape. Besides that, his mother just called to try and find out where the coordinates were for the satellite dish, so his family could watch him play. And you hope he plays well. He had a good camp with the Rangers early in the season. Injuries slowed him a little bit through the year, but he's back and certainly gives the Rangers insurance. The Buffalo will attack a little bit after the first pass by the defenseman. And you see the Rangers not coming out with flow.
Matteau taken out of the play on a hard hit by Ken Sutton. Hawerchuk out to move the puck. Good hit by Kovalov. Kovalov's got the puck. Going against Derek Plant. Matteau checked along the boards there by Sutton. Kovalov reaching in for the puck. Derek Plant on him. Larmer with a little pick on Plant. Trying to free up Kovalov. The puck out of the zone. Rangers have to regroup. Only 2 shots on goal thus far in the game, both by Buffalo. And we've played 6.5 minutes. No score in the game. Beukeboom swings it around the Leach. Up to Larmer. Pressed there by McGillney. John Muckler had high praise for both Hawerchuk and McGillney for the way they've changed from offensive players to defensive players.
But certainly has cost McGillney as far as scoring goes. There's no doubt he had to conform to the system that the team was trying to use. And also, I think firmly in my own mind that when LaFontaine's in the lineup, he pushes McGillney to a better player offensively.
That shot redirected wide by Donald Audette. It's the side of the net. Puck moved by Karpovtsev. It was blocked. Karpovtsev tries again. Brad May is there looking to play it down the boards into the corner. Audette trying to get loose. Zubov moves it up the boards and clears out of the zone. Karpovtsev sends it back in.
Karpovtsev, a right-handed shot playing left defensive. Very seldom this season have any Rangers defensemen played on the offside. In other words, if you're a right-handed shot, you play the right side.
There's Zubov in deep. Zubov is forced away, and a great defensive effort by Craig Muni. Pass in front for Anderson goes all the way through. Graves fires, saved by Hawerchuk. Messier to the puck. Rangers first sustained offensive pressure, and then Bodger forced the puck out of the zone. 12:10 to go in the first. No score in the game. Rangers had their first shot on goal by Adam Graves. That was from a long, sharp angle. Puck goes past Jay Wells. Richter steers it in the corner. Randy Wood after it. The puck taken by Nemchinov, who's on with Noonan and Tikkanen. And the race is on. Philippe Boucher for Buffalo. Esa Tikkanen for the Rangers.
Is this the first shift for that line?
I believe it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's a 2-on-1. Dave Hannon with Wayne Presley. Wells back. Here's Presley. Save Richter.
That's exactly what Richter chased down all morning in practice. Great save.
Wraparound went off the skate. Saved by Richter on Hannon, and he covers up.
Oh, baby, that's goaltending.
11:27 to go in the first. There is no score.
The Rangers finish up the regular season at home against the Flyers Thursday on MSG.
And the relay throw is not in time. That baby's gone. Home run from Mattingly. No-hitter for Jim Abbott. On the track along with the Jimmy Key retired 10 men in a row. Left center field. Long run. Bernie Williams. He's there. This is through the middle. Can he beat Sanders? Down on the plate.
The Yanks and the White Sox from Comiskey again tomorrow night on MSG. So more transition dishing and switching by the Knicks.
Nice give and go. Oh, and a stop by Oakley. Oh, Patrick Ewing. Here's Moller going all the way. Yes, down in now. Knicks lead by 4. Oakley with the steal. Look out. Davis cuts, rolls, finger roll, and it falls.
It's the Knicks versus the Bullets, Thursday at 7 after Sports Desk and Game Night on MSG2.
Dave Hannon and Wayne Presley come down 2-on-1 here.
See Richter way over to Richter's right. He has to go to his left. 1-2 steps. Great save. The Rangers had 2-on-1s just like that this morning in practice. Here Richter go down low. And the puck comes right into his pads. Nice save, and then he hangs on. And Richter this morning, and watching him practice again, every single play the Rangers moved the puck, he just chased it down. He worked and worked and worked. And he's in great. His habits are so good right now. And he's in such a real zone, a good focus. Good stuff to see.
Puck coming all the way back. Randy Moller there to get it. And the Sabres move down. Matthew Barnaby, number 36, taken out of the play by Jay Wells. Then Chinoff moves it across. Barnaby on with Randy Wood and Todd Simon. Simon, number 17, another rookie called up by the Sabres. As John mentioned, not only is Pat LaFontaine out, but Yuri Hemelev is out of the lineup. He's a 27-goal scorer this season.
Yeah, he was a centerman for for McGillney at the time of the injury. Now Derek Plant has been put in at center ice as McGillney's centerman. But Hemelev was of the healthy players. He was playing the best of any of them at the time of his injury. It's a fractured bone. They're hoping he'll be back for the playoffs. That may be rushing it.
Pass across, went off the board. Beukeboom deflected it up into the crowd. There's Jason Dawe, a second-round draft pick of the Buffalo Sabres a couple of years ago out of Peterborough, where he played for Rangers assistant coach Dick Todd.
Played 4 years for Dick Todd. Dick said he was a very young guy when he got him. Really matured as a junior player, playing the 4 seasons for Dick. He's a real good skater. He's got a great shot. And there's a future captain. There we go. Again, the Rangers are trying to put McTavish on Plant, and Gilbert has seen a lot of McGillney here in the first period. Opposite one another with Joe Kocur on the other wing.
McTavish after the puck gets it to Greg Gilbert. No score in the game. 10-10 remaining in the first period. McTavish checked by Sutton. McGillney back for the puck. And McGillney starts to move up ice. He has 31 goals this season. Nice play by Leach to take him out of the play, and Richter clears the puck. Up on the scoreboard, Quebec has scored in Florida, leading the Panthers 1-0 in the first period. A goal by Scott Young. And the Panthers need at least a point in that game. Otherwise,
Thursday means nothing if
the Islanders win tomorrow in Tampa.
Bay. And boy, has that been a topic of conversation as Bill Torrey helps run the Florida team, has publicly stated questioning whether or not Tampa Bay would work in that game or dress their best players. Phil Esposito came back with some sharp statements. Oh, baby.
The rivalry's on. He's got to defend his team's honor. No question about it.
And they've been good lately, Sam.
Yes, they have.
Tampa Bay has played terrifically well.
Had a big shutout win over the Boston Bruins in Boston Saturday. Messier with the puck. Glenn Anderson moving in. Anderson checked by Botcher. Graves a chance. Saved by Hawerchuk. Another shot was blocked. Anderson shot. Saved by Hawerchuk, and he covers up. Rangers with some pressure. Anderson and Graves, but could not get it by Hawerchuk.
The thrill, the spirit, the excitement, the pride. The officially licensed team rings from Balfour. Each ring is crafted to the exacting standards of each league, and all are made in America of beautiful Balfour Celestrium for the look and feel of real gold or silver. Handcrafted by the same master jewelers who created league championship rings and trophies for decades. When you call to order, we'll send you a picture of your ring and a sizer to ensure your team ring fits perfectly. So call the number on your screen to order your team ring. There's no payment required now. You'll be billed just $19 prior to the shipment of your ring. Then 4 more monthly payments of only $19 each. Enjoy years of showing your team pride right at hand.
Call now 1-800-858-4646. 1-800-858-4646.
The man in the middle of that trio is Pat LaFontaine. If he could move...
That's Rick Jenneret is the man closest, does the play-by-play on the radio. He was the one with a famous line last year when Brad May scored to beat Boston. He was screaming, "Mayday, Mayday, Mayday," and on the other side, there he is. There's Larry Playfair along with Patty LaFontaine. We haven't had a chance to talk to Patty yet. We will between parades, see how he's doing.
Donald Audette plays it toward the net. It was knocked away by Mike Richter. Mike Richter has won 7 in a row and is unbeaten in his last 8. He's not lost since March the 18th here against Chicago.
That equals a career high. A 7 straight wins.
Body's being pulled down. Ken Sutton sends it around the boards and out of the zone.
8 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first period. The shots are 5-3 in favor of Buffalo. And Buffalo's had the better shots, especially on that 2-on-1.
No score in the game as Dominic Hasek comes out to move it around the boards for Rob Ray. Ray, number 32. Comes in against Joby Messier. Richter lets it go through to Jay Wells.
You can hear Jay Wells yell, "Let it go." Richter did just that, which was a good play.
Philippe Boucher missed it. Matteau plays it across for Larmer. Moves in on Randy Moller. Moves around Moller. Save Hasek. Great move by Larmer. Surprising Randy Moller, and Hasek came up with a big
What
save.
a change of speed by Moller. Pardon me, by Larmer.
Leach wrist shot knocked away with a blocker. Hasek after leaves it for Dave Hannon. Rob Ray, and Beukeboom takes it back.
That's what Hasek has done all season long. He just makes the big saves. He hasn't had much work here. It was a bad angle play by Larmer. Yet Hasek was aggressive. Made a fabulous save on a real good scorer in Steve Larmer.
Sabres try to move it out. Wayne Presley is slowed down by Brian Leach. Philippe Boucher has it for Buffalo. 7:05 to go in the first. No score in the game. Richter puts the pads together to stop the long shot. Closer. Knocked away by Jason Dawe. Then he moves it to Gilbert. And out of the zone it goes. You know, John, I get the impression this game will be determined by which team is more patient.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I said on the first shift, Sam. Is patience plus. We haven't had any specialty team work yet, have we? And both teams are very good with power plays and penalty killing.
McGillney down low off the stick of Derek Plant and covered by Mike Richter at the top of the crease. 6:36 remaining in the first period. John Muckler knows that Pat LaFontaine is with him, but I asked him earlier, is there any chance that Pat LaFontaine could come back during the playoffs?
No, there's no chance at all. That's something we have to look forward to next year. You know, you go to training camp and you're wondering who's going to be a big surprise in your camp and which young person is going to come on to be able to make your hockey club. We're sitting in a very good situation where we have Pat LaFontaine coming back next year. Should be 100%. We also have Craig Simpson, who hasn't played in more than 18 games this year. So we're going to have 2 people that have the possibility of maybe adding another 100 goals to our offense, and that's really exciting for our hockey club.
And a steal by Dale Hawerchuk. He scores his 35th of the season, and this is the Buffalo Sabres game.
Well,
smart play by Hawerchuk. They lead 1-0.
It was a face-off where Plant took the face-off, went right to the bench. Hawerchuk came off the bench, skated out of nowhere, right here, steals the puck from Mark Messier, as Messier was harassed by, I'm not sure who, it may have been Jason Dawe. Let's look here. Yes, the rookie, Jason Dawe with the hook. Messier knows now he's in trouble, and Hawerchuk simply put the puck right through the legs of Mike Richter, a 1-0 Buffalo lead, and Buffalo's good with the lead with that real fine defensive play. Off the bench came Hawerchuk, as I think this Buffalo team was trying to get a matchup.
Back the other way, Messier moving in by himself. The shot wide. Around the board, Jason Dawe clears the zone. McGillney trying to break by Beukeboom, who hooked him, takes the puck and clears the zone. Hawerchuk unassisted at 13:36. With his 35th of the season, gives Buffalo a 1-0 lead. And Sutton waiting for it. Brad May moves it across to Donald Audette. Audette with Derek Plant. Plant toward the net. Up the side by Richter. Heavy hit by Joby Messier on Brad May.
That's the first good hit in a while here. We haven't had much hitting in this first period.
And Brad May looking for Joby Messier, but Brian Leach stepped in. Things settled down. We'll step out for a moment.
MSG salutes our 8 1992-93 New York Emmy Award winners. MSG Network, the best in the game.
From the creator of the award-winning television series Wild America comes a home video unlike anything you've ever seen. Here is the timeless drama of predator and prey, the stalker and the stalked. Yet these are encounters of incredible survival against all odds. These are nature's great escapes, captured in one of the most astonishing real-life films ever made, and available now for the first time in this special one-hour video. Call this toll-free number now and order Great Escapes for just $19.95. Order now and you'll also receive free the best of Wild America the first 10 years. That's right, both of these extraordinary programs are yours for just $19.95.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-963-2211 or mail your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-963-2211 right now.
A real winner knows how to party right. Please use good sense when you drink. Know when to say when. Reminder from Budweiser.
6 foot, 193, and here's a perfect chance to take the body, which is exactly what he did. A good hard hit by Joby Messier to try and get his team sparked up a little bit here. Sabres have outshot the Rangers 9-5 in the first.
Long shot by Richard Smellick is a save by Richter.
Make that 10-5.
Here's Hannon trying his pass. It was knocked away by McTavish. Wells taken away by Presley. Joby Messier moves it around the boards all the way out. Sabres have to go back and chase it.
Now that shot was a shot by Smellick, a hard, quick shot. A lot of talk from the Buffalo people saying that Smellick has been the best defenseman on their team this season, which is a nice bonus.
Stepped up offensively with 14 goals. Dave Hannon gets out of the zone, dumps it in the Rangers' end. 4:40 to go, first period. Buffalo leading 1-0. They're out shooting the Rangers 10-5. On the scoreboard, Washington with a 3-0 lead over Winnipeg in the first period as Washington looks to lock up the number 7 spot in the Eastern Conference.
Winnipeg has had one long, arduous, horrible season.
Pretty bad, too, huh? Philippe Boucher sends it in. Karpovtsev takes over. Rangers have been unable to get anything going offensively. Karpovtsev looking for an opening. Everywhere he turns, there's a blue jersey. Tossed away for Tikkanen. Back the other way come the Sabres. Donald Audette. He's really bounced back after missing a lot of last season with a knee injury. He's recovered with a real good year this year for Buffalo. And he was in the Chateau Bow Wow early in the season. There's a chance in front that slid off Brad May's stick.
Slipped off his stick because Zubov knocked it aside, which is a good, quick defensive play.
Randy Moller with a puck. 3:40 to go in the first period. Buffalo with a 1-0 lead.
And you can tell Buffalo playing with a sense of desperation here. They really want to try to find a way to play well. And that's May, knowing that he had the good scoring chance, and Zubov knocked the puck away.
Offside was whistled. May have a penalty coming up here.
Yes, we do. As Larmer's gone to the box. There's Zubov helping Brad May get messed up as he moved in. See a little hook right there to the arms. That knocked the puck loose. Good play by Zubov not to take a penalty on the play. And Richter doing a little bit of house cleaning. So the Buffalo power play, which is ranked number 2, just in behind the Rangers, get a chance to go to work. They've scored goals in 10 straight games. 2 goals or more in 6 of those 10 games. They have 4 players that are in double figures as far as power play goals go. So here we go against the number 2 power or penalty killing team, the Rangers.
Rangers called for too many men on the ice at 16:25. Steve Larmer is serving the penalty.
There's been many of those for the Rangers on the season.
Leach and Beukeboom with Gilbert and McTavish for the Rangers. Sabres have Doug Bodger with Philippe Boucher. Boucher, number 4, a rookie defenseman, a former first-round draft pick, has an outstanding shot. Up front, Dale Hawerchuk, Donald Audette, and McGilley. A steal by McTavish. He's in, and a save by Hasek.
How does he do that?
He still has the puck.
I mean, look at what's he appealing? The puck was loose. He didn't know where it was. He's appealing to Billy McCreary, who was on the right side of the ice and saw that the puck was loose. McTavish does everything right but get the puck up. Look at this. This is one goal. The legs are up in the air. He's making a snow queen. There's 8 inches of snow on the ice. He's making a snow queen. The legs are going, the arms are going, but he never gives up, Sam. McTavish got him down, got him out. Look at the arms go back. Look at the legs come up. The puck is still loose. See there? And there's the Rangers' Gilbert trying to score, and finally Hawerchuk got a hold of it. Now, another thing you'll see Hawerchuk do time after time, drop his goal stick. And he did it again there. He stopped it.
I think he wanted to know why the whistle didn't blow sooner.
Well, that's right. He didn't know the puck was loose. When McCreary was in that corner, saw the puck loose, and allowed play to move on.
Hawerchuk knocked out by McTavish. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first period. Buffalo leading 1-0. Sabres on a power play with a minute 15 remaining in the man advantage. Richard Schmalik across for McGillney. Gilbert gets there to drive it down the ice. Kovalov has come on for the Rangers. Kovalov chasing Ken Sutton. Sutton, number 41, with the puck. Now Schmalik in against Kovalov. Down deep goes Audette. Shot that by Wells. Played in front. Stopped by Joby Messier. Cleared by Jay Wells. 40 seconds to go in the power play for Buffalo.
Rangers using Matteau killing penalties. He hasn't done a lot of that since he's been a Ranger.
Different role. Wells. Pass back to Boucher. His shot was blocked. Boucher again. Audette. Intended for Plant. Wells got a stick on it. Moller moves it down. Pass back to Boucher for the long shot. Deflected wide. Around the board. Back out to Moller for a long shot. Save. Rebound. Jason Dawe looking for it. Audette scores. Donald Audette on the rebound. With 5 seconds left in the power play, Buffalo has scored again, and it's 2-0 Sabres.
Power play's pretty good for this hockey club. Audette stayed out of traffic. Randy Moller got the shot down. Now watch Richter here have the puck go to the other side. And you see Joby Messier's stick is jammed up underneath Mike Richter, and he can't get his body down the way he would like to block the shot. In behind the net was Audette. Watch Messier's stick, number 8. Right there, it's underneath Richter. And you can see how awkward he was. And then when Audette scored, he paid. He got absolutely pasted, I think, right by Alexei Kovalov as he shot the puck in. He got nailed. Anyway, it's 2-0 Buffalo. And Audette scored the goal, and he'll take the hit since he scored the goal, and he's having trouble with a bloody nose.
And once again, the Sabres capitalize on the power play. They've now scored power play goals in 11 straight games, 23 power play goals over that span. That's why they're closing in on the Rangers. Actually, they're only one behind the Rangers for most power play goals scored.
95-96.
That's right. 1:26 to go first period. Bruce Beck is standing by downstairs. Bruce.
Thank you, Sam. Coming up between periods, we'll talk with Messier. No, not Mark Messier. We'll talk to Joby Messier, who's been called up from Binghamton, one of 3 Rangers called up for the end of the regular season. We'll also check in with Sports Desk and get you up to date on what's going on with the Florida Panthers. Sam?
Thanks, Bruce.
You know, it's been a good first period for the rookie, Jason Dawe. He helped create the turnover, which led to the Hawerchuk goal. Yeah, Hawerchuk getting a little feisty here as Glenn Anderson went after the puck when it was in the air and in the glove of Hawerchuk. Dawe with the play where he helped Mark Messier turn the puck over, led to Hawerchuk's goal. And then on that play, Sam, the power play goal, he dug the puck out and got it across to Audette to score. So he's been in on both goals.
John Muckler, what a tremendous job he's done. One of many, many outstanding coaching jobs this season, but he's right up there amongst the best. There's the youngster Jason Dawe.
The young kids have come in for this team. Simon, Dawe, amongst others, and have fit in and gotten it done. Muckler's always been good with young players, even in Edmonton. You ask the Edmonton guys that are former Edmonton guys that are with the Rangers now about Muckler as a coach, how smart he is at strategy and doing tapes and preparing teams and special teams and things. He's a brilliant, brilliant guy as far as running a hockey team goes.
I think, and he's won a Stanley Cup I think this is as good as he's been. Here's McGillney, stopped by Richter. There was an offside on the play. But I can't say that he's done any better coaching job than he's done this season, John, just because of the way that he's not only changed the style, which he doesn't particularly care for, and he tells you that right out, but he's also gotten guys like McGillney and Hawerchuk to conform, change their game.
To conform and let them loose on the power play and such. He's had the younger players come in and fit in. He's a very interesting guy to talk to. He's very upfront, very honest, doesn't hide anything. He doesn't suppress things. He's just an interesting, good old-time hockey guy to be around.
Got one big flaw, though, John.
Oh, Sal Messina.
Yeah,
he's
a big friend of Sal Messina. That's gotta have, keep asking him about that.
Oh my!
50 seconds to go in the first. Buffalo a 2-0 lead. Sabres trying to move ahead of Montreal into the number 4 spot in the Eastern Conference. And the number 2 spot in the Northeast Division. Back to the puck is Richard Schmalek. Sabres have given up only 1 goal in the last 2 games.
They've only given up 2 scoring chances, as far as I'm concerned, here in the first period. The first was Larmer, who beat Randy Moller 1-on-1 for a good play. And then the last one was McTavish when he was shorthanded. So Buffalo's given up 1 decent scoring chance at even strength in this first period. There's 30.2 seconds to go.
Ryan Noonan heading back to the bench. Rangers down by 2. Finish up the regular season Thursday night against the Philadelphia Flyers, who have had another disappointing season. 5th consecutive season in which the Flyers have failed to make the playoffs. McTavish and Hannon. Down comes Beukeboom to get the puck. Off the stick of Hasek. Long shot by Leach was blocked. Leach tries again, weaves his way, sets up McTavish. That was blocked in the crowd. Backhander goes wide by McTavish. And Hasek puts the glove on top of the puck and stops play.
Now, McTavish made some great plays there. He held up one of the forwards to allow Brian Leach, instead of Leach backing up out of the zone, he held Presley up, and Leach was able to jump in. Now, you'll see it here with there's Beukeboom moving in. Now, watch McTavish take Presley right there and hold him. So now Leach can stop. Instead of moving out of the zone, he moved back in the zone, and then he started his magic work. There's a shot blocked in front, maybe even by Joey Kocur. But that was as good a flurry as the Rangers have had all period, and a lot of it had to do with that man, Craig McTavish.
He's been the Rangers' best player this period.
Yeah. Okay, you got the official scouting report from the schmoozer.
That's my vote.
They're probably right.
As you saw 3 goals in the last 4. He's giving them something every shift. That's the end of the first period. Crowd not happy with it. Dominik Hasek puts another 0 on the board as he continues his outstanding play. Had a couple of toughies. 1 incredible save on Craig McTavish. Sabres get 2. The Rangers head to the locker room. Mike Keenan wondering about trying to wake his team up. At the end of 1, the Rangers are trailing the Buffalo Sabres 2-0. Wayne Presley with a little discussion as the period comes to an end. He's upset about something. We'll try and find out what it was. Rangers are down 2-0. End of 1 on goals by Hawerchuk and Donald Audette. Bruce will be back with Joby Messier in a moment.
Every Neon comes with an advanced single overhead cam 16-valve engine, and its 132 high-tech horses should come in mighty handy when you're trying to coax your car onto a freeway. $89.75 for starters, $12.5 nicely loaded. Say hello to Neon. High speed, low price. Plymouth Neon, now at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
A startling proposal heads for New Orleans. A hard-fought contract is Chicago-bound. 3 sets of contact lenses are expected in Tampa by tomorrow morning. Express mail from the Postal Service will get them there, overnight, guaranteed, from just $9.95. Every day, overnight, we deliver for you.
Did you know that stress and certain vitamin deficiencies can cause hair loss, and that researchers are growing hair in a test tube? When you call Hair Club for Men, we'll send you this information along with Hair Club's own advances in dealing with hair loss.
I wanted something that looked very natural and also looked very natural when I was skiing and when my hair was very wet.
It made me feel old to be going thin at 24.
Hair Club's innovative techniques in dealing with hair loss will give you the confidence you've always wanted.
I did not ask to lose my hair. And for a long period of time, I thought that I would have no choice. And with Hair Club, I do have that choice.
No matter what sport or activity, your new hair will look and feel like your own.
Now that I have a full head of hair, people that haven't seen me in a while, they don't even know I had anything done. It's like totally natural to them.
So call Hair Club for Men and receive our free brochure, along with some tips that may help you keep the hair you have.
I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client. By music and mixed music. You gotta come back to your cue now. Come back to your cue.
You're watching Rangers Rewind on MSG Network.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. We'll take a look at the first period scoring summary. It's brought to you by Amtrak's Metroliner service. 16 departures to downtown D.C. every business day. Dale Hawerchuk with his 35th unassisted, 13:36. Donald Audette with his 29th, a power play goal at 18:20 from Jason Dawe and Randy Moller. Sabres 13 shots, Rangers 10. Sabres are 1-for-1 on the power play, and the Rangers did not have a power play chance. Right now, Bruce Beck is standing by in the radio booth. Bruce.
And you know, Sam, something is missing. Sal Red Light Messina, 1,402 consecutive games over 21 years. And Marv Albert, who is calling tonight's game over WFAN. I'm going to try to get a word from Marv regarding Red Light not being here. Can you believe that this streak is being broken, Marv? Your thoughts?
Regarding Sal Messina's streak being broken? Is that the question?
Yeah, I know you're live in the air, but you've got to give us a thought about Sal. I mean, after 1,402, it's over.
Well, he claims that he has broadcast, 1,402 consecutive games. It actually is the 1,402 games that Sal has been able to make. If I can make a comparison, if Lou Gehrig said he could make 2,130 games, that would be the streak. It's fraudulent. There is no streak going on. He was able to make these 1,402 games. That's all there is to it.
Well, thanks, Marv. But we've got to tell you, there are a lot of other people around this building who have given us comments tonight about Sal Red Light Messina missing his game. Here are their thoughts.
Going to affect you deeply tonight?
Well, the only time that Sal really affected the Long Island Ducks is when he was here in person. But I don't think that's going to affect us too much. We're going to miss him wherever you are, Sal. Say hi, and we do miss you, but we're going to win without you.
Well, I know that a lot of the radio listeners will be euphoric to hear about it, and I'm sure there's maybe 18,200 people here tonight that could do at least as good a job, or if not better.
Mike, after 1,402 consecutive games, Sal Red Light Messina, with an important game here tonight at the Garden, is going to miss this evening's contest. Your thoughts?
Well, I'm very disappointed.
You can see how disappointed he was.
Well, I'll tell you what, he was disappointed after the first period, talking about the coach, and he's shaking the lines up here. Look who starts the second period, Graves, Kovalov, and Larmer. So Mr. Keenan's had some words with the boys, and some changes are about to happen.
Closed the door and took out the Riot Act book and read it to him.
I think it's only the second time this season that the Rangers have had a player not make a TV interview, I believe, if my memory serves me correct.
Kovalov with a hit, forced the turnover. The shot went wide. Kovalov, Larmer, and Graves the line for the Rangers.
And I should mention that Matt Toe, who's a normal left winger on this line, has just now returned to the bench, so he must have had an equipment problem.
Graves' shot goes wide, comes around the boards. Bodger is tied up. Good pressure from the Rangers line here. Kovalov wraparound try was blocked. McGillney to the puck, trying to lift it clear, and he does. Beukeboom is on. Jay Wells has replaced Brian Leach. On a change, Jason Dawe was stopped by Beukeboom, allowing Wells to take the puck. McTavish is on with Gilbert and Koser. Miller moves it around the boards for Donald Audette. Audette with May and Hawerchuk.
Rangers start the period with a little more purpose to their game. Gilbert tried to throw a hit, McTavish did, and Kovalov tried to wrap around. He had a body check. So we'll just see if the Rangers game can pick up a level here to match Buffalo's game.
Keenan, in assessing the type of games that the Rangers face, looked at this one as a playoff-style game, the type of game that the Rangers will face in the playoffs. Excellent goaltender, team with a strong defensive game. A collision between Brad May and Joey Kocur, and May is slow getting up. Now
he and Jay Wells are two old friends, aren't they? They've had a number of battles. May threw a hit at Kocur and got the worst of it.
May chopped it. Wells with his stick. Swiped at him lightly. Long shot by Joby Messier. Saved by Hawerchuk, and he covers up.
Interesting shift here. The shot went right over top of one of the Sabre players to move in on Hawerchuk, who held on. May took a run at Kocur. Flipped Kocur, hurt himself. Kocur landed on his back. Jay Wells went right on over to May and had some words with him. And that's when May got upset with Jay Wells. Those two have had some just battles with the gloves off this season.
Nastiness.
Yeah, so I personally, I think the game finally is now starting to pick up a little bit. Watch May come across. Kocur just avoids it. May goes down. Kocur goes down. As the players head up ice. Well, the intensity level up a notch for the first two shifts. Wells went right over to May here as May was still down and slow getting up. Watch May react a little bit. We'll get a little love tap with the stick.
Jay Wells did not ask him, "Oh, are you okay, Fred? Everything all right?" No.
Can I help you out?
That's right. Did not offer to help him out. Along the boards, Nemchinov lost his helmet. It's down in the corner. Billy Boucher is hit by Brian Noonan. Nemchinov on with Noonan and Tikkanen. This is Jay Wells in deep, and it slid off his stick.
You see much better work habits by the Rangers over the first 2.5 minutes here. This is the way you have to play to be ready for the playoffs. Can't turn it off and on. It's not possible, I don't think.
Icing whistled against the Rangers. Jay Wells in a little bit of pain. Brad May seems to be okay. We'll be right back.
Are you frustrated trying to save money on your long-distance phone bill?
Everybody's got these different plans at different hours and different times and what have you, and I mean, none of us have time for that. Go on and give us savings. Give us savings. Just give it to us.
You've got it. Introducing AT&T True USA Savings. Spend $25 a month and get 20% off your AT&T long-distance calls to anyone, anytime, anywhere in the USA. No gimmicks, no hassle, no calling circles. Just 20% off guaranteed.
Going to switch back to AT&T. I want to go back. Call us at 1-800-PIC-ATT. The call is free, switching is free, and you get 20% off the AT&T calls you make in the USA. Call now and we'll even reward you for saving.
With AT&T True Rewards, you can also get points good for free AT&T minutes or free frequent flyer miles on Delta, United, or US Air.
I love that. That's great.
There's never been a better time to switch to AT&T.
Just one call can get you savings plus rewards. Call us now at 1-800-PIC-ATT.
I ended up going back to AT&T, and I've been very satisfied.
Your true voice.
Mike Keenan's message to his team between periods seemed to have had an effect, at least for now, in the opening 3 minutes of the second period.
After the first period of play, Buffalo special teams go to plus 52. There's May having a skate repair done as he sits in behind and watches. Rangers special teams, who started at plus 45, are now plus 44. As they're -1 in this game.
Sabres with a 2-0 lead. We are early second period. Noonan out of the corner, out in front. Save made, the penalty upcoming on the Sabres. Good work by the Rangers again.
Well, this line didn't play much in the first period at all. Talking about Noonan, Tikkanen, and Nemchinov, yet they start strong here. See Chris Simon with a mouth guard on the bottom of his helmet. He's got in trouble. Pardon me. Now here you see the play. See the Rangers win the battle? Now you'll see them drive towards the front of the net. Tikkanen's there. Second shot is taken, and Tikkanen's stick is held, and he cannot get loose. That's Todd Simon, not Chris Simon, who plays in Quebec. See, Tikkanen tries to get loose, and his stick is held, and I think that's what the penalty is. As the Rangers have another good shift, and they've started the second period very well, yet haven't scored.
Craig Muni is going off for Buffalo. Rangers get their first power play of the game. John Muckler is upset. 2:57 the time of the penalty to Craig Muni. Holding is the call. And the Rangers, who are #1 on the power play and #1 in power play goals scored with 96, but only 1 ahead of Buffalo, have the man advantage. Zubov, long shot deflected wide. Noonan, McTavish, and Tikkanen with Leach and Zubov. Good play by Leach in deep. Around the boards for Tikkanen. Trying to get it back to Zubov. Here's a breakaway for Dave Hannon. Hannon moves to the net. Hannon is shot it wide.
And he had Hawerchuk behind him. That was a two-man breakaway.
Puck back to Leach. The backhander deflected wide. Here's McTavish against Schmelik. Now it's Noonan.
Presley with him, not Hawerchuk.
Back pass to Zubov. Now Noonan fakes the shot. Tikkanen save, rebound, deflected off the skate of Bodger wide. Leach has it. Now Zubov. Zubov looks back to Leach. Rangers moving the puck pretty well. Zubov with it again. 1 minute to go on the power play. McTavish back to Zubov. Takes the shot. Deflected. Hawerchuk to save. It's still loose. Leach looking for it. It's knocked aside. McTavish has it. Noonan. Chased by Schmelik. Now it's Tikkanen. Leach to Tikkanen.
His penalty killer should be tired now.
Long shot. Save. Hawerchuk. Zubov moves it in deep. Bodger is hit by Noonan. Rangers take the puck. McTavish to Leach. Leach looking. Pass across, tipped by Tikkanen, cleared by Presley.
Sabres needed that. It's a minute and a half that penalty killing unit was on the ice, including in that was the two-man breakaway by the forwards. And finally, they get off the ice and change.
How often do you see Mark Messier only get the last 30 seconds of a power play? As that line of McTavish and Noonan and Tikkanen stayed on for a minute and a half as they control the puck well. Anderson after the puck. Messier behind the net. 5 seconds left in the power play. Jay Wells toward the net. Save Hawerchuk. He's got it. The whistle stops play.
Hawerchuk's been good. Most shots on him in this game have been low. He's got the quickest legs and quickest feet in the entire league, and he's also been very good with his hands around the goal net. The Buffalo defense do a lot of holding. They're very smart with the opposition near the front of the net. There's a shot by Zubov. Now watch in front. The Rangers have two guys there, and there's Hawerchuk letting go of his stick again, and he's got the crest of his jersey on the ice surface before his teammates can recover.
Have you ever seen a goalie play with his front of his body down on the ice as much?
The front of the body. We've seen the back of the body. We've seen him without his goal stick. But you know what? It doesn't matter as long as you stop the puck. And goaltenders nowadays, look at Eddie Belfour's style. Look at Putt Van for Toronto, how deep he is. There's no handbook anymore that tells you how to play goal. You go out and you try to stop the puck. If you stop it, just get it done. That's all. Coaches don't try to change goalies much anymore. They try to improve on what skills they already have.
Daw's shot was a save by Richter. It's still loose. And Anderson slides it to Messier. Teams are at full strength. 14:40 to go in the second. Messier controlling. Backhand to the cross was blocked. Rebound. A save made. And the rebound carried wide.
A much, much better period for the Rangers. They're playing like the Rangers should be playing, trying to get themselves in a real good groove, thinking about opening the playoffs on Sunday at home.
Rangers had 4 shots on goal on the power play. Leach for Larmer. Matteau pushes it in deep. In talking to Mitch Korn, the goalie consultant for the Sabres, and asking about Dominic Hawerchuk, he says he's more under control than he used to be. He still gets a little wild, but the thing about him is he's a terrific, terrific competitor. Dominic Hawerchuk has kept the Rangers off the boards. Buffalo leading 2-0.
The Knicks are ready to shoot some hoops with the Bullets. It's the Knicks versus Washington, Thursday at 7 after Sports Desk and Game Night on MSG2.
The thrill, the spirit, the excitement, the pride. The officially licensed team rings from Balfour. Each ring is crafted to the exacting standards of each league, and all are made in America of beautiful Balfour Celestrium for the look and feel of real gold or silver. Handcrafted by the same master jewelers who created league championship rings and trophies for decades. When you call to order, we'll send you a picture of your ring and a sizer to ensure your team ring fits perfectly. So call the number on your screen to order your team ring. There's no payment required now. You'll be billed just $19 prior to the shipment of your ring. Then 4 more monthly payments of only $19 each. Enjoy years of showing your team pride right at hand.
Call now 1-800-858-4646. 1-800-858-4646.
You're watching Rangers Rewind on MSG Network.
Glenn Anderson with the puck. Centers all the way through. Karpovtsev in deep is checked by Doug Bodger. Messier drops it off. Played by Graves. Comes to Anderson. Messier for Graves, just missed. Graves has gone 8 games without a goal since breaking the Rangers team mark at 51.
He had 3 assists Sunday on Long Island. He says you live with the highs and you live with the lows and you try and keep it even. And I think it is bothering him a little bit that he hasn't scored.
Anderson looking for the puck that was knocked away. Sabres come out. Jason Dawe with it. Dawe check. Tries to fight it off. Wrapped up in a battle there with Joby Messier. Glenn Anderson takes the puck. Fans reacting to Messier being taken down by Jason Dawe. Jay Wells back for the puck, and Jason Dawe is there as well. Joby Messier clears it out. 10:50 to go in the second. No scoring here in the second period. Buffalo leading 2-0. Wells for Anderson. Alexei Kovalov. Moving in against Richard Schmelik. Plays it out in front. Saved by Hawerchuk.
This is an example of Hawerchuk, how quick he is, how good he is with his legs. That's a great play. Great play. Quick shot. And Hawerchuk got from his left to his right in a flash. Absolute flash. You see the puck here, carried wide by Kovalov with a change of gear. Everybody watches him now. Now look at Hawerchuk. One quick move, bingo, he's across. Larmer shot the puck quickly, but Hawerchuk was there. What the Rangers would have to do here, if they look at this and watch it, is when you shoot the puck and you try to get it away quick, get it up. Get it up. Hawerchuk will stick the legs out first. You see the top half above the shoulders open. Hawerchuk is absolutely fabulous. The bottom half of the net.
Leach moves down the slot. His shot is knocked down in front. Good battles here in front. Rangers have had a much better second period. Manteau for Beukeboom was in deep. Craig Muni takes over. Rangers have had 20 shots on goal in the game.
10 in the second period. Buffalo's had 3 in the second period.
Along the boards. Now comes to Muni, swings it around, but Kovalov gets there, missed it. Out comes Derek Plant. But Jason Dawe just drops it in the Rangers zone, and the Sabres change. Past the midway point of the second, Buffalo with a 2-0 lead. Went off the skate of Brad May, and Brian Leach goes back to get it. Kovalov took a hit. Randy Moller takes the puck toward the net. Just wide. On the boards, Philippe Boucher. He's hit by Beukeboom. Boucher keeps it in. Hawerchuk slides it in front. Good play by Leach. Played again toward the front, and it's gloved by Richter, and he holds on. Play stops. There's a break in the action. This break in the action brought to you by Midas, who asked you to stop in for an undercar inspection. It's the Midas way. The way it should be.
Let's talk smart. Let's talk Eagle Vision. V6, power windows and locks, air conditioning, and automatic transmission. Let's talk safety. Let's talk lease. We're talking $229 a month. Hey, stop talking and go test drive a new Vision ESI. It's the least we can do for you.
Patrick Ewing shoots with the best. Charles Smith on target. Charles Oakley tough in a crowd. Follow the good crowd, the front line against crime. The Knicks have joined Ewing Sports and starter in the front line against crime Guns Exchange program.
I'm Fernando Mateo, founder of the Goods for Guns program in New York. Join the Knicks in our effort to keep our streets safe for you and your children. Turn in your guns, please.
Shoot hoops, not guns. Nothing is worth the price of a life.
Grant Fuhr's had only 5 starts in the last 18 games, but he wants to play in the playoffs, and he says, I'm going to make it awfully difficult for the coaches to decide. I'm still in this thing. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Well, if they play Boston, and there's a chance they will. Remember, he beat Boston 4 straight last year in the playoffs, and he's had a great past history of playing the Bruins in the playoffs.
He's played well against them this season, too. Pass for McTavish. He was checked by Moller.
The fan favorite is the man playing goal tonight, Dominik Hasek. They just flat out love the guy in Buffalo, and that's certainly understandable.
Brad May had it knocked away. Hawerchuk picks it up. 8:50 to go in the second. And Buffalo leading 2-0. Dominik Hasek is tied for the NHL lead with 7 shutouts. Savage dropped it in, back for it. It's Ken Sutton who moves it around. Karpovtsev able to keep it in. Savage goes for it with Hasek. Savage got knocked down. Noonan looking for the puck. Working against Hawerchuk. Wraparound try. Covered up in the crease by Hasek.
Hasek again, stick on the ice, puck in the glove. It doesn't much matter. Good play by McTavish to beat Hasek to the puck in behind the goal. He got knocked over, then he got help from Noonan right here. As Noonan beats Dale Hawerchuk. Look at the goaltender. There he goes. Just gets it done. He was a great goaltender in Europe, in Czechoslovakia, when it was called Czechoslovakia. There's McTavish beating Hasek to the puck. Hasek's not a wanderer, as he's a player that grew up in Europe, and of course the bigger ice surface in Europe, goaltenders stay in the net. And they have to learn and adapt to the North American game, so he doesn't leave the net too often. His nickname is the Count. He wears the top coat where he just flops it over the shoulders, doesn't put the arms in. Wears one of those things, what do you call it? Thurston Howell III wore one of those things in Gilligan's Island around the neck. Yeah, an ascot. Ascot or ascot?
Ascot.
Ascot. Okay. He wears one of those. He's a character, I guess.
And he started his NHL career under Mike Keenan in Chicago. Mike Keenan dealt him to Buffalo, where Dominik Hasek has gotten a big chance. He has made the most of it. And Grant Fuhr, I think, has got to be feeling a little snake bit here. Every place he's been the last 2 years, somebody has started to play so very well. Ranford in Edmonton, Botman in Toronto, with the injuries.
The knees start going. It's a matter of time. And I'm quite surprised that Detroit did not make a better offer to try and get Fuhr at the deadline. I just think Fuhr is a player that could help Detroit perhaps win a Stanley Cup. That's my opinion of the thing. I'm sure Buffalo was asking a lot. In fact, they were. They were asking for the youngster Osgood, the goaltender, plus someone else. The Sabres originally wanted Primo, but there's no way Detroit's going to trade Primo. But I'm just a little surprised that Detroit didn't go the extra mile to put themselves into a better position.
Here's McGillney with speed and Leach. 2 superstars go into the corner. McGillney backhands it through. That was quite a one-on-one matchup, McGillney and Leach. Pass by Dawe to Hawerchuk. He missed the net.
Dawe, he's been all over the place. He's played well for a kid.
It's out to Hawerchuk. Now McGillney, and it went off a breaker. He got a piece of it and hit the side of the net. Beukeboom looking for the puck. McGillney was taken down. Puck slides in front. Messier's got it, able to clear. That was Mark Messier with a clear. 6:30 to go in the second, and 2-0. Buffalo leading it.
You can see on this shift that Adam Graves is working Jason Dawe over in the Rangers zone. I think that tells you that Dawe's played pretty well, and Adam Graves is trying to get him to slow down just a little bit.
That time Matteau moves it for Jeff Beukeboom. Back the other way to Leach. Keeps it going out of the zone. Lee Boucher is after it, and Steve Larmer after him. Moller plays it to Audette. Derek Plant with the outlet, too far for Boucher. Zubov has the puck.
Buffalo's pretty aggressive with their forecheck, more than we've seen them in most games. Usually they sit back and try and really clog the neutral zone. They've been fairly aggressive. And it's nice to see the Rangers play more aggressive here, and it looks like they're more focused. Injuries can occur when you're not sharp mentally. With 2 games to go, if you're sharp mentally, win or lose, you get through the games. But if you're not sharp mentally, you don't want to have something silly happen on the ice to hurt your playoff chances.
This will be an icing on the Buffalo Sabres. Play stops with exactly 5.5 minutes to go. Second period, and Buffalo holding a 2-0 lead.
The Rangers finish up the regular season at home against the Flyers Thursday on MSG. 8 April showers and a great month of big-time sports action on MSG Network. The New York Rangers wind down the regular season and look toward the playoffs. They battle the Sabres and the Flyers, then begin their chase for Lord Stanley's Cup. The New York Knicks gear up for their own playoff run with some big matchups. They battle the Charlotte Hornets, the Atlanta Hawks, plus Scotty and the Chicago Bulls. The New York Yankees head north and look to start the regular season strong. They take on the Detroit Tigers, the Oakland A's, and the California Angels. Stay tuned after most Nick and Ranger home games and hear from some of the biggest stars in sports and showbiz. Mike Francesa and Jennifer Smith host live from the play-by-play. Grab your shades and catch the action from great locations all over the country. It's the AVP Pro Beach Volleyball Tour. Today's hard-hitting sports issues are the hot topic every month as Bob Page hosts Page One. Plus, you can always get the latest scores and stories every night with MSG Sports Desk. Play ball with all the great April sports action on MSG Network, the best in the game.
Miami, the Quebec Nordiques have taken a 3-1 lead on the Florida Panthers on this goal by Claude Lapointe.
Oh, my. Oh, my. That one I don't think John Van Beesbrook will be too happy with. Hit the middle of the net. Anyway, it's 3-1 Quebec as Florida's trying to hang on.
2 goals for Scott Young, 1 for Claude Lapointe. Keith Brown for Florida. 3-1 in front. And it's cleared aside. Richter may have gotten a piece of it.
Larmer was back there again. He intercepted the pass. Larmer has really been sharp.
Intercepted by Wayne Presley. Goes back to Craig Muni. And there's Larmer for checking. Richter lets the puck go. Karpovtsev plays it. Bodger toward the net. And a whistle for an offside against the Buffalo Sabres. Just under 5 minutes to go. Mike Richter's faced 19 shots.
So the more we move along here, the more it looks like the Rangers will face the Islanders. And I think in trying to get a good look at the Islanders, the more the Rangers play the Islanders, the more you realize that Malakoff could be a real key to the Islander play, and for the Rangers to try and stop him to help stop their team as we look at a former Islander, Randy Wood. I just think Malakoff played so well on Sunday. He really if he plays like that all the time, he'd be an all-star. He'd be a first-team all-star, maybe the Norris Trophy winner. My goodness, did he play well.
It's interesting. I asked Sergei Nemchinov, how do you think Malakoff played? He said, well, he scored 2 goals. I said, well, do you think he played well? He goes, well, okay. It's like he didn't want to give him the credit, you know? Malik playing it down the boards. Dave Hannon checked by Karpovtsev. Well, if Florida does not come back in that game against Quebec, then they have to hope for Tampa Bay to knock off the Islanders tomorrow night. The Islanders would be going for the clinch. They need just a tie, at least a tie, and they would clinch the number 8 spot if Florida does not come back tonight. Right now it's 3-1 Quebec in the second period. Nemchinov toward the net.
Good back checking by Schmelik on Tikkanen, who tried to get to the net.
Nemchinov intercepted by Schmelik. Back the other way, McGillney against Jay Wells. Leaves it for Schmelik. Tikkanen on him. Good play by Tikkanen. It'll be Messier in the corner after the puck. Wells checks McGillney.
You really have to win the puck when you have both your defensemen in the same corner.
Derek Plant trying to poke it free. Cleared out by Jay Wells all the way down. This will be an icing on the Rangers. Ken Sutton touches. The whistle blows. 3:27 remaining in the second period. Fans a little restless. Want more from the Rangers. And Mike Keenan still perturbed about the situation. A limited number of single seats are available for games 1 and 2 of the Rangers Eastern Conference quarterfinals at Madison Square Garden Sunday afternoon and Monday night. Tickets are available at the Garden box office and through Ticketmaster. To charge by phone, call 212-307-7171.
Certainly has not been a penalty-filled game, has it, Sam?
Just 2, 1 for each team. Rangers are 0 for 1 on the power play. Buffalo 1 for 1. Buffalo will play its final game on home ice Thursday night against the Washington Capitals.
Mike Modano has scored his 50th tonight. Congratulations to him.
Absolutely.
You know, last season, he had 1 goal in the last 14 games. His team missed the playoffs. This season, he's finished strongly for Dallas.
An excellent year for him, for the Stars in their first year in Dallas, and a great job by Bob Gainey. Another good coaching job.
We also mentioned the head coaches. A lot of assistant coaches have done a nice job with their head coaches. They put in some long hours, these guys.
Donald Audette with a nice lead. To Todd Simon, number 17. Audette looking for the puck. Richter out to play it. Now it's Brian Leach. Messier and Anderson. Nice lead to Matteau. He's in. A save by Hawerchuk. And the rebound cleared aside by Jason Dawe. Out comes Hawerchuk with Audette. 2-on-1 with Leach back. Hawerchuk to Audette. Humped over his stick. And Leach knocks it away. Muni trying to keep it in. Leach was able to force it out. Mark Messier and Brian Leach move in. Messier to Leach off his skate. Taken into the corner. Mark Messier and Jason Dawe. Leach is in deep against Doug Bodger. Messier checked by Dawe. Dawe was not a big... There's a penalty coming up, maybe on Jason Dawe.
Yes, I think so. He was holding. Messier went head-to-head with Dawe, and Messier didn't quit. He kept working, and he drew the penalty. And Hawerchuk, in a very quiet way here, has been spectacular. Stops another one-on-one. In other words, one player on himself. And Dawe gets caught for holding. Messier with a good pass across to Stéphane Matteau, who darts in alone, and lots of time. And Hawerchuk just outweighted him. So, power play coming up. Favor the Rangers, and they need one right now.
Following the conclusion of the second period, Bruce Beck will have Dale Hawerchuk. Unless John Muckler closes the door and yells at his team. JD and I will take a look at second period highlights and at the Sports Desk Bob Page with an update. Hope you'll stay with us for that. Jason Dawe in the penalty box for holding at 18-15, giving the Rangers their second power play of the game.
You know, with LaFontaine out all season, Hawerchuk had to play well for Buffalo to win, and Dale Hawerchuk been a great pro all through his career, played well all season long, and Buffalo's done their share of winning.
Up on the scoreboard, Chicago leading Toronto 1-0, and Washington with a 4-1 lead on Winnipeg. As Washington looking to close up, lock up spot number 7 in the Eastern Conference. Wayne Presley. Leach trying to take it back.
Remember, this team has 21 shorthanded goals. Only Detroit more than Buffalo, and of those 21, 13 on the road.
Kovalov with Graves and Larmer, Leach and Zubov. Leach holding. Zubov looking. Wayne Presley out there with Dave Hannon, Richard Spellick, and Craig Muni. Zubov. Larmer, less than a minute to go in the period. Kovalov. Zubov one-times it. Deflected wide. Off the boards. Presley couldn't handle it. Larmer's got it. Now Kovalov along the boards. Graves sets up in front. Kovalov shoots. Hit the post. What a rocket by Kovalov, and it bounced back right off the iron. 35 seconds to go in the period. Leach moves in. Drops it off for Brian Noonan. Noonan holding away from Derek Platt. Back to Leach. McTavish has come on with Tikkanen and Noonan. Leach turns. Tees it up. Down to Noonan. 15 seconds in the period. Noonan faking. Shooting. Deflected wide by McTavish. Out to Zubov with 10 seconds left in the period. McTavish in the corner. Back pass to Zubov. Zubov with 2 seconds. McTavish shoots it. Block. Rebound. Block. Rebound. Score. No goal. The period had ended. The green light had gone on.
Right. The Rangers appeal, but the referee was in great position. There had to be a linesman on the line. He looks up at the clock and blows the whistle as soon as he sees 0-0 on the clock. The red light did not come on. The green light did. I don't think there's much question here. Rangers really needed one, and they worked like crazy. Did some real good things, but the puck definitely went over the line after the period had expired. The referee's on the line. There'll be a second or third shot. There's the second. There's the third. You see the 0-0-0 on the clock. And Bill McCurry in good position. Way over on the left side is the linesman down on the goal line where he's supposed to be at the end of a period. It's well taken care of by the officials. there you could hear that the buzzer sounded well before the puck went in. As the Deacon, he doesn't care, but there's no doubt it wasn't a
And
goal.
the first one to wave it off was Dominic Hasek. He was up waving his arms. No goal. End of 2. Sabres 2. Rangers nothing. We'll be right back.
Did you reserve the car with Hertz?
Not exactly, but it's a good deal.
Are they as fast as Hertz?
Not exactly, but what's the rush? We're on vacation!
Dad, are we lost? Hertz gives you computerized directions.
Honey, this is not exactly Hertz, okay?
I hope they have the same emergency road service as Hertz.
Not exactly.
In Rent-A-Car, there's Hertz, and there's not exactly. Make sure you choose the right one.
Are you sure this is the way to the hotel?
Not exactly.
Did you hear that?
Let's talk business. You have your offer. I have mine. You want to win, you got to have the right players. The right job copy can boost productivity and save you money. Whether it's the most reliable high-volume copy ever tested,
A modular system you can grow with, or the convenience of a compact. Call for Sharp's new winning game plan video. It'll help you pick the right job copier. That's what it takes to win it all.
Spectacular power, spectacular performance, spectacular savings during Suzuki Outboard Savings Spectacular. Right now, save big money on a spectacular Suzuki Outboard. And no payments for 90 days. But these deals won't last, so see your Suzuki Marine dealer today. Call 1-800-447-2882 for the dealer nearest you. And pull away from the pack with Suzuki.
Hey fans, turn your Madison Square Garden ticket into a meal ticket and save 25%. Present your ticket stub and use the American Express card at Manhattan Houlihan's and score 25% off a delicious meal. Get 25% off dinner at KFC. Score 25% off at Roy Rogers. So keep your ticket stub and save. Get 25% off at participating Manhattan Reese restaurants, KFC, Houlihan's, Roy Rogers, and Dunkin' Donuts. Brought to you by American Express and the Reese Organization, your ticket to affordable food.
Good by music and mixed music. You gotta come back to your queue now. Come back to your queue.
You're watching Rangers Rewind on MSG Network. Welcome back to New York Rangers hockey. A look at the second period scoring summary. It's brought to you by your Tri-State GMC truck dealers. The strength of experience. No scoring. Shots on goal. Rangers 13, Sabres 6. Rangers are 0 for 1 on the power play. Still have 15 seconds remaining on the second one. And the Sabres are 1 for 1 in the game. Grant Fuhr, the man who led the Edmonton Oilers to Stanley Cup championships. He is part of the subject of our Coke Classic right now. Check this out. Twist and Shout magazine. On the cover is John Davidson. They talk about an interview with JD. Well, Tomato Cage is on page 13. You have to go all the way to page 18 to finally find the John Davidson interview, A Cure for the Broadway Blues. Now, here's what he had to say about Grant Fuhr. I think that Grant Fuhr, on top of his game, was the best I've ever seen. That's going a long way.
Well, I was talking about golf.
Oh.
No, when Grant was healthy and playing for the Oilers, he was absolutely sensational. Ask Mike Keenan. He beat Mike Keenan's Philadelphia Flyers in the Stanley Cup Finals one year. He just was. Edmonton was a run-and-gun styled game with Messier and Gretzky and all the others, and Paul Coffey, and of course Kevin Lowe was there, and Craig Muni and others. Grant Fuhr was the man when it came time to win games in the playoffs. It was like ice water in the veins. Nothing ever got to him. Andy Moog was a great player with him, but Grant Fuhr was the man, and he was sensational, absolutely sensational. He won Canada Cups. He's done everything in his career.
Underway third period. Long shot by Karpovtsev. Rangers with a man advantage. Briefly to start the period. Puck coming out in front is cleared aside by Wayne Presley. Power play is over. Rangers had 2 shots on goal on that last power play. Teams were at full strength. Sabres a 2-0 lead. Opening minute, third period, as Mark Messier gets out of his own zone. Messier with Anderson and Matteau, Zubov and Karpovtsev play toward the net wide. Anderson plays it behind the net to Messier rather than Matteau. Matteau moving with the puck. Kearns gets it back to Messier. Pass out. Through to Zubov. Anderson trying to play it out in front. It was deflected by Hawerchuk, who moves the puck out to Jason Dawe. On for Alexander McGillney. Back to Dawe. Dawe moves in against Zubov. Up the boards, Adam Graves has come on with Steve Larmer and Alexei Kovalov. So now the lines have been shaken a little bit to start the third period. Bouncing puck to Larmer. On to Graves, he scores! Number 52 for Adam Graves off a brilliant pass by Steve Larmer. The Rangers get on the board.
The complexion of this game has just changed. 1 minute 15 seconds into the third period. The puck was in the neutral zone. The Rangers hustled. There the puck went off the linesman. And Larmer faked the shot, made the pass, and Graves redirected the puck up high. Look at that fake shot, taking the defenseman out. And the puck's up high over Hawerchuk, as Hawerchuk was on his way down. Sutton was the defenseman that went for the break. And Sam, I think that the puck ricocheted off the linesman. Just at the blue line, went way across the ice over to Larmer, and he took care of business, giving Graves the puck.
Listen to the ovation for Adam Graves as he adds to his Rangers team record. John Muckler has taken a timeout immediately.
That's smart. Settle the team down. Al Arbor does it a lot. Settle the team down. Get back on track. Zubov gets a very important assist, and Graves on his birthday gets the Rangers into the game.
Here you go. The birthday signs.
See, watch the puck. Hit the linesman right here. Yes.
Yeah.
Went off the linesman, away across the Larmer, and boom. What a great pass. Little nice, fine redirection by Graves, and it's 2-1. And John Muckler tried to settle his team down here at Madison Square Garden.
Well, the Sabres, this is a very important game for them. They want to move ahead of Montreal into the number 2 spot. The puck deflects out in front. Leach stepped in and ran into his own man. Now he's away with the puck. Dumps in the Buffalo zone. They want to finish second in the Northeast Division, and they would get the number 4 spot in the 8-team conference race and get home ice advantage in the first round against either Boston or Montreal. Richter out to play the puck around the boards. Graves gets his 52nd from Larmer and Zubov at 1:15 to put the Rangers on the board. It's a 2-1 game.
I'll tell you about Montreal, Sam. They've only won 1 of their last 8 road games. And that was last night in Hartford. And that's one reason why Buffalo, if they play Montreal, would love to have them on home ice.
Adam Graves, 26 years old today. Celebrates with his 52nd goal of the season, breaking an 8-game drought. He has gone 8 games without a goal. Here's Tikkanen. Shot it wide on the backhand.
You see, he wanted to go high. Just missed from the side.
Randy Wood had it knocked away by Zubov. The crowd is alive. The Rangers are alive. Steve Larmer with that assist now has a 9-game point scoring streak. McTavish trying to get it through to Nemchinov, but Moller blocked it. Hasek leaves it for Philippe Boucher. Karpovtsev trying to get the puck to sit down.
Randy Moller leaves the ice, a free agent without compensation at the end of the season. He's had a great year, and it's nice to see a good guy have a good year.
Tikkanen with a big drive right into Boucher. Tikkanen centers for McTavish, and a save by Hasek. It's loose. Score! Alexander Karpovtsev ties it.
Now
this place is going wild.
Now they're showing why they're a good team and why they won the President's Trophy. You're seeing the Rangers control the puck along the boards, defensemen jumping into the play, and making a lot of things happen. Good effort here. Tikkanen's shot is blocked. He continues on the play. There's McTavish. Nemchinov's in front. Here comes Karpovtsev, and bingo, in it goes. Again, 4 men in to try and beat Buffalo with that defensive posture. McTavish and Nemchinov made the plays in front after Tikkanen got the puck to the goal, and Karpovtsev jumped in. We're tied up at 2.
First goal since January 18th for Alexander Karpovtsev. Here's a 2-on-1 for Buffalo, and Dawe hit the post. They try to stuff it in, and Richter's got it under the glove.
Now we're having some fun in the Garden now. People are standing and having a great time. We're tied at 2. There's 16:24 to go in the third period, and we've seen lots of action here in the third period.
The way to go to Madison Square Garden is on New Jersey Transit. We'll take you right to Penn Station. Then it's right up the stairs and you're there. You won't miss a minute of the excitement stuck in traffic or looking for a place to park. And if you're looking for special discounts on garden events, we've got them. Just call us at 1-800-626-RIDE. That's 1-800-626-RIDE to get our valuable coupon book. When you want to go to the garden, New Jersey Transit is the way to go.
Junior Knicks fans, join the New York Knicks this summer for their 3rd annual basketball camp. Come improve your skills. Spend a week in June, July, or August learning the fundamentals of basketball from New York Knicks players and coaches. Previous guest lecturers have included Greg Anthony, Hubert Davis, Doc Rivers, Charles Smith, and John Starks. There are 5 one-week sessions in June, July, and August with both day camp and sleepover. For more information about the Gatorade Knicks Summer Basketball Camp, call 212-465-4100.
Mike Richter had a little help from the post here with Jason Dawe moving in.
And you'll see, oh man, just to the outside. Richter now will stretch and recover and find the puck, creating this face-off in the zone.
Karpovtsev went 33 games without a goal before scoring his 3rd of the season. McTavish and Deacon assisting at .317. 2 goals in 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Here's Leach holding on. Beats Messier. Holding. Back pass. Beukeboom shoots. Blocked in the crowd. Rebound. Score! Glenn Anderson. And a barrage by the New York Rangers of 3 goals in the first 4:05 of this 3rd period. Rangers lead 3-2. It's Noonan's goal. Excuse me.
In front. Messier with patience. This back pass was back to the point. The shot's on in front. And there's Noonan scoring. And Graves will get an assist too as the shot from the point hit Adam Graves. You'll see here. Shot and hits Graves. There's Noonan spinning away, showing strength and not getting knocked over. The Buffalo defense in the third period have had a disease where they're trying to leave their feet and block shots. That's allowing the Rangers to stand up in front of the net, and all the goals have been scored from right there.
Well, Mike Keenan's message from the first intermission has sunk in. The Rangers have come alive. 3 goals early in the 3rd period, and they lead 3-2. Kovalov moving with the puck. I was surprised to see Noonan. I saw Graves and Messier. I figured there's Anderson, and it's Noonan.
Oh, there you go, assuming, huh?
So 3 goals in less than 3 minutes for the Rangers. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Kovalov shoots wide.
Noonan would love to get the 20-goal mark. He's got 18 now.
Noonan's 18th from Graves and Beukeboom at 4:05. That got off the glove of Hasek.
What a save. Great shot by Larmer, and the Rangers are rolling. They look like champions now.
Matteau's pass blocked. Zubov comes down the slot. Save Hasek. The rebound still loose. Matteau has it. Pass deflected in the crowd. 14:48 to go in the 3rd. But listen to the crowd at Madison Square Garden. 3 goals for the Rangers early in the 3rd, and they lead 3-2.
The Yanks and the White Sox from Comiskey again. Tomorrow night on MSG.
So more transition, dishing, and switching by the Knicks.
Nice give and go. Oh, and a smoke by Oakley. Oh, Patrick Ewing. Here's Moller going all the way down. Knicks lead by 4. Oakley with the steal. Look out. Davis cutting balls, finger roll, and it falls.
It's the Knicks versus the Bullets, Thursday at 7 after Sports Desk and Game Night on MSG2. The Rangers finish up the regular season at home against the Flyers. Thursday on MSG.
We're back, and it's time for the MCS Cannon Great Teamwork moment. So let's take a look at the teamwork on this goal.
All right, through the neutral zone. Leach on the puck. Messier's in there. The Rangers don't panic. Graves didn't panic. Messier didn't panic. Graves doesn't panic, and Noonan takes care of business. Man, that's everybody involved. All 5 players up ice. That's great teamwork.
Cannon Technology and MCS Service. One is a great reason to buy the other. 14:30 to go in the third. Rangers leading 3-2. With 3 goals in the span of 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Randy Wood. Whoa, is he hit hard by Beukeboom. Hands like that. Lead to Messier from Graves. Messier with Noonan trailing. Across to Graves. Tips it on goal. Hawerchuk juggles and covers up.
Hawerchuk shouldn't do that. He's got to get the stick in behind the puck. The glove is hard to control the puck, and the puck sliding on the ice. It almost cost him on the play.
And Noonan scoring his 18th. Watch this play here.
You know, the puck's just about flat. I think the goalie takes a chance there. And it's just about caught him. And certainly you don't want to critique Hawerchuk too much. Only been, I think it's 6 times in 40 years where the goals against at the end of the season is under 2. The last one was in the early 70s as Beukeboom shows that he loves to throw the body on Randy Wood. Wood shows he can take a check. The last one was Bernie Perrant with Philadelphia in 73, I think. It was under 2.
We got a whistle. Looks like Glenn Anderson was involved with one of the Sabres, and penalties are being called here.
Bodger and Anderson, Sam?
Both going off.
Since 73-74. The last time a goaltender had a goals against under 2, and that was Bernie Perrant. And Hawerchuk has a great chance of keeping his under 2.
Though the 3 goals in this game won't help his goals against average.
Now, Florida has gone down 4-1. Oh, man. Van Beesbroek's been replaced by Mark Fitzpatrick. Now this shot here, that's from the blue line. It hits him and drops in behind.
Oh, wow.
Those are 4 goals that Quebec has scored, and from what we've seen, 3 of the 4 have been bad goals. And you don't win when you have, I mean, goaltending is the reason why Florida's in a position like they are tonight, but the goaltending hasn't been there tonight. That's a shame for them. And the Islanders went to Tampa Bay early to get themselves ready for their game tomorrow.
Think they'll be allowed to go out on the beach?
Maybe the beach, but no golf allowed. I read that somewhere.
Okay.
Al Arbor has said no golf on this trip. Time to get into the playoffs.
Teams are skating 4 aside with Anderson and Bodger off. Rangers leading 3-2. Rangers have Messier with Graves, Beukeboom, and Leach. Sutton and Schmelik, McGillney and Hawerchuk for Buffalo. The penalties, 2 minutes each for high sticking to Bodger and Anderson at 5:56. McGillney for Sutton. Messier was back playing defense. Giveaway. McGillney shot deflected by Beukeboom.
Good play by Beukeboom because McGillney has the ability with the wrist shot to score from the top of the circle. We've seen that in the past. He now goes off.
Back after the puck. Philippe Boucher left it for Randy Moller. Tinkinen takes it back for the Rangers. Karpovtsev clears it out of the zone. And Philippe Boucher goes to get it for Buffalo. Now Derek Plant. Audette. Zubov right there to break up the play. Tinkinen moves it across for Karpovtsev. Now Audette turns his shot high off the glove of Richter. McTavish finds it. His pass deflects out. Rangers with a long list of extra players who are not in the lineup tonight. Barry Richter, Kevin Lowe, Matthias Nordstrom, Doug Lidster, Eddie Olczyk, Mike Hudson, Mike Hartman, Nick Kyprios, and Corey Hirsch.
My.
A lot of players. As the Rangers protect themselves against injuries. Shot by Leach was a save by Hawerchuk. Away by McTavish. Tinkinen is there. Rangers have had the definite edge of play since the start of the second period. The shots in the third period are 11-4, 33-23 for the Rangers in the game. The hip check, Wood bounces off.
And since the first period, the Rangers have outshot Buffalo 24-10.
Miller kept it in. May is knocked down. Beukeboom is all over the place with hits. May went back at him from behind, but Beukeboom with some ringing hits. Larmer, Smelik on him. Kovalov takes over. Kovalov shot deflects into the corner off of Sutton. Larmer plays it with Smelik on him.
Yeah, I also think that Buffalo could have had more goal scoring earlier in the game had it not been for Steve Larmer. Steve Larmer made some great defensive plays. He's had good skating legs all game long. And the Rangers eventually got back into it, now lead it.
Zubov had it knocked loose. Matteau's shot, save, rebound, carries wide. Matteau centers and it's blocked. Kovalov after it. Matteau looking for it. Bodger is there for Buffalo. Matteau's got it. Leaves it in the corner for Kovalov. Craig Muni checks in. Crowd alive with a Let's Go Rangers chant as Kovalov wins the battle. Kovalov centers off the stick of Larmer. Larmer has it and shoots. Almost deflected in by Kovalov.
I'll tell you what, Kovalov won some battles on the backboard. Bodger's without his stick now in front, and Buffalo's hanging on.
And Matteau's got it for Larmer off his stick. Kovalov fakes, moves in, looks, centers for Larmer, shot blocked. Kept in by Zubov. Matteau battling Muni. Now Brad May's got it, lifts it clear. Crawford stops it, sends it back in. Matteau's going to get out of the zone, but the fans love the effort.
Yeah, they love the effort. A good shift by Matteau, Larmer, and Kovalov.
Graves with an intercept trying to get it to Noonan. Hasek swings it around. Messier chases.
Noonan playing the right side with Messier's line again.
Jason Dawe in against Beukeboom. Beukeboom's got a hold of him, rides him to the board. Penalty call.
Beukeboom got a little bit nasty. And with the second effort, a hit on Dawe, took a penalty.
We got a slam bang smash, raves Dennis Cunningham on CBS with miles and miles and miles of heart. Damn Yankees is a Broadway home run, says Barnes in the Post. Don't miss it. And on ABC, Joel Siegel says if you're keeping score, Broadway starts the season with a big, solid hit. Call Ticketmaster because it's faster and see the show Jeffrey Lyons dubbed Broadway's new MVP. The show Time magazine calls Damn Good. Damn Yankees.
Mitsubishi Motors salutes the extra effort of New York police officer Stephen McDonald and the New York Rangers. Vote for the Ranger who you believe deserves to win the Stephen McDonald Extra Effort Award and a 1994 Mitsubishi Galant. Mitsubishi Motors will donate $50 for every Rangers goal scored this season, up to $15,000 to the Stephen McDonald Foundation. Vote and you could win dinner for two with the winner, plus a pair of Rangers playoff tickets. Vote at any Rangers home game between March 7th and April 8th, or stop by any Tri-State Mitsubishi Motors dealer for details.
Remember, when you're having good times with friends, use good sense and drink responsibly. Please know when and say when. Reminder from Budweiser.
Look at Beukeboom take the body here on May, who had his head down, paid for it. This will be the penalty. Beukeboom holds up Dawe, rides him into the back glass, and then the second drive with the right arm is exactly why the penalty was called by Bill McCreary. Buffalo has a power play goal in this game, and they're ranked number 2 going into the game on the power play.
Number 2 in climbing. They are 1 for 1 in the game as they are pressing the Rangers for number 1 power plays. Boucher moves it down. Roughing the call at 10:33. Hawerchuk for Boucher. Glove save by Richter.
That's a good save and a good play all around. Good pass from back in behind Mike Richter out to the youngster Boucher. Boucher he released the puck here rather quickly, even though it was fluttering. And there's Mike Richter. And that looked like it may have been deflected off one of the Rangers' Adam Graves, maybe. Watch the puck as it's shot here. Does it hit a stick on the way in? Right there. Nope, not quite. Richter with a real good, fine save. Hawerchuk loves to, just like Wayne Gretzky, set up in behind the goal. And from that point, he can, on the power play, see everybody on the ice. All his teammates, all the other players' teams, all the other teams' players, then he can make some good passes. He's done it for years, and he did it again there.
Great player, 13th year in the league, 4th in Buffalo after 9 seasons in Winnipeg. Just a great player.
John Ferguson draft with the Winnipeg Jets.
First overall in 1981. Around the boards for Hawerchuk. He's on with Audette and McGillney, Boucher, and Bodger. It's out of the zone with 1:05 to go on the penalty to Beukeboom. And 8:31 to go in the third period. McTavish got away with pulling down McGillney. 55 seconds to go. And the power play for Buffalo. Boucher has trouble with Messier. Has to send it back to Ken Sutton. Rangers with a 3-2 lead. 8:10 to go in the third. McGillney across. Messier gets there. And Messier sends it down. Buffalo #1 in penalty killing in the league, and the Rangers #2. Here's Ken Sutton. Karpovtsev with a good poke check, and Graves cleared it down. 15 seconds to go on the Buffalo power play. Sutton moves up. Kovalov is there. Got a stick on it. And a nice grab by Grant Fuhr.
Grant, give the puck to the people. Yeah, now he does.
There he is.
There he goes. Good.
Good grab with the mitt.
Last time we saw him sitting on the bench, he was wearing a golf hat, obviously representing some golf company. Maybe the contract has expired and he's not wearing it anymore.
Good stretch for Steve Larmer, 10 points in the last 9 games, and an assist tonight.
I think
he's kept that streak alive.
I think Steve Larmer's had a tremendous game from start to finish. Most of the Ranger players did not have a very good first period. They were quite flat. Buffalo took advantage of it, but I think Larmer's been good from the start of the game right through to now.
Teams are back at full strength. Sabres are 1 for 2 on the power play. 7:15 to go in the third. Rangers leading 3-2. Derek Plant with the puck. Knocked away. Good play by Karpovtsev. And Kovalov with a clear. Off the stick of Larmer into the crowd, stopping play. A goal by Peter Anderson in the third period for Florida has cut the Quebec lead to 4-2.
Couple of quick notes. One thing I think that's quite interesting is we have a very happy fan there, is that Pittsburgh has finished their season. They're done. They've got more time off than anybody. Ron Francis, by the way, has a very sore back. So this time will help Tocchet, will help Lemieux, will help Francis and others. Last night in Hartford, the most valuable player was handed out to their team, and Sean Burke won it. Congratulations to Sean for coming back from some bad injuries in the past and having a real good, solid season.
Very good year for him. Just under 7 minutes to go in the third. Graves, Karpovtsev, and Noonan scored in a span of 2 minutes 50 seconds early in the third. Kovalov was pulled down. Nothing called on the play. McCreary took a look, let it go. It was across the ice from him.
Looked like a hook to me.
Absolutely. And continuing. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. Rangers with a 3-2 lead. Richter looking for his 8th straight win and his 42nd of the season. Mikashik stops the puck, covers it up. Glenn Anderson is there. And the whistle stops play.
Anderson playing with Nemchinov here, so that's one wing that Mike Keenan changed throughout the game, putting Brian Noonan with Messier and Graves.
End of the regular season, Thursday night on MSG1. It all begins with Sports Desk at 7 o'clock, followed by Rangers game night. And don't forget the ceremonies honoring the Rangers. They will be given the President's Trophy.
Yeah, well, that'll be a lot of fun.
Night.
Very disappointing article in Philadelphia yesterday that I had a chance to look at, where there's been some finger pointing from some of the players, or 1 or 2 of the players. And that's something they don't need, missing the playoffs for the 5th straight year. You got to just find a way to gather yourselves as a unit. Start thinking about next year. You don't need to go to the I just don't think you need to get into finger pointing at other people unless you want to use your own name. If you want to say something and you mention your name as the one saying it, fine. But when it gets into that situation where you're ripping other people, not helpful.
Terry Simpson, an up-front guy. There's a save by Richter on the long shot. The rebound carried wide. Terry Simpson, very honest. He knows his position is in jeopardy right now. Tikkanen, 3-man rush with Anderson Anderson and Nemchinov. Hawerchuk waits for the puck. Fires it back off the corner board. Tikkanen gets there to play it. Anderson shanked it. Nemchinov checked by Bodger. 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Nemchinov fires for Anderson. Went through. Karpovtsev plays it down the boards. Bodger over. Good hit by Nemchinov. Zubov able to swing it in. Tikkanen was taken down. Penalty on Dave Hannon.
And that's a big, big penalty for the Rangers. They lead 3-2. There's only 5:14 to go. And now they have a chance in their power play to extend the lead.
Don Muckler not happy. Behind the play, there's more action. Tikkanen was involved.
I know that when the penalty was called and Hannon got up, Tikkanen was doing some talking. And I didn't see what happened here. I don't know if Hannon's hurt or not. He's trying to tell everyone he is. I don't know if he's trying to draw something. I don't think the referee saw it. Dave's now having words. It's important for Buffalo to try and find a way out of this thing. They need home ice. They want home ice. They don't want to give up any more goals. And maybe Dave Hannon's trying to draw something here. Kevin Collins looks like he's laughing, the linesman, so maybe he realizes that Hannon took a dive.
Hannon was very frustrated with the original penalty call. He felt that Tikkanen drew it on him.
And he certainly appears to be all right here. I think Hannon went into the acting department to try and draw something. Didn't work.
5:14 to go in the third. Back for the Rangers power play in a moment.
The Knicks are ready to shoot some hoops with the Bullets. It's the Knicks versus Washington, Thursday at 7 after Sports Desk and Game Night on MSG2.
And welcome to the play-by-play on a Tuesday night.
All right, yeah.
He scores!
All right, here we go.
I love the way you think.
Let's talk about my Knicks!
It's rock and roll.
All right.
I just watched the Knicks game. I love this game. Get a haircut.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yes!
Oh, boy.
The Rangers finish up the regular season at home against the Flyers, Thursday on MSG.
Dave Hannon in the penalty box for holding it. 14:46, and the Rangers get their third power play of the game. They're 0 for 2. Okay, let's see what happened on the original penalty.
A great check was Nemchinov on the play, and then you see Tikkanen get it grabbed by the left arm of Davey Hannon, and he wasn't happy. He realizes exactly what that call meant to his team. But remember, again, his team has scored 21 shorthanded goals, and that may be in their minds right now.
Leach with Zubov, Messier, Graves, and Noonan for the power play. Noonan finds the puck. Todd Simon with Wayne Presley, Richard Schmelik and Craig Muni. Shot by Zubov, saved by Hawerchuk.
Oh, John Muckler wanted a penalty there. Brian Leach tripped up one of the players. I think Craig Muni.
Good job by Noonan to keep it in, and Schmelik able to clear all the way down.
Presley chasing down the puck here. He leads Buffalo with 5 shorthanded goals.
Leach controls. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Rangers leading 3-2 with a man advantage. Messier. Messier holds up. Moves in with the puck. Trying to slide it in front. Leach has it. Back pass to Zubov. Now it's Leach. Knocked away by Presley. Can't clear. Noonan. Good hustle by Brian Noonan to keep it in briefly. Leach has it back. 50 seconds remaining in the power play for the Rangers. Now Adam Graves deflects across, bounces down. It's played by McGillney with Tikkanen back. McGillney pass across, intercepted by Zubov.
What a read that was.
Kovalov across to Zubov. Back for Kovalov. And the Sabres clear it out.
Your buddy Craig Wolanin has scored for Quebec. It's now 5-2 against the Florida Panthers in favor of the Nordiques.
You mean he's only my buddy, not yours?
You spend more time schmoozing with him every time we see Quebec than you do anybody. Your buddy Craig Wolanin has just scored, and it's now 5-2.
Kovalov moves in. Taking a big shot. Save Hasek. The rebound. Still loose. Nice move by Larmer to get it to Kovalov. Out to Tikkanen. Back to Kovalov. Power play is over. Hannon is back. Larmer shoots. Saved by Hasek. 3:05 to go in the third. Rangers leading 3-2. Dave Hannon with the puck. Rangers 0 for 3 on the power play of the game.
The Rangers have outshot Buffalo 29-12 since the first period.
Boucher was outside the zone with the puck. It's an offside on Buffalo. And Hannon and Beukeboom, who played together briefly in Edmonton, they got all tangled up behind the net. You saw the laughing. They went at it a little bit.
So a big penalty kill for Buffalo. They have 2 minutes 50 seconds left now to try and find a way to get themselves a tie out of this thing. 1 point would really help them as they come into a very tough place to play, and that's here in Madison Square Garden, where the Rangers have been very strong all season long. It's a different line for the Rangers, Sam. Nemchinov, McTavish, and Anderson. Nemchinov playing the left side.
Buffalo's been a great road team with 21 wins this season, but the Rangers have the best home ice record in the league. Nemchinov in the corner against Boucher. Here's Anderson moving with the puck. Back pass to Leach. Wrist shot. Save Hasek. The rebound is loose. Nemchinov couldn't get a shot off. It was blocked. Hawerchuk takes over. Under 2.5 minutes to go in the third. Rangers send it back in. Rangers have dominated the second and third periods.
Absolutely. Ever since mentally they got into it. Once they got into it mentally and everybody woke up as a unit, the way they went. I still think Steve Larmer had a pretty good first period, even though the majority of the Rangers didn't appear to be too excited about it originally, but they got it going after the coaches had some words with them.
And I think McTavish was the only the other Ranger playing
possibly
well.
You know, I don't know. Who knows if Mike Keenan went in and read the riot act. Sometimes he'll go the opposite, just say something that means something. And I firmly believe that you have to be sharp mentally to stay away from injuries and things when you're winding the season down, preparing for playoffs.
1:45 to go in regulation time. Rangers with a 3-2 lead. Zubov has the puck. Around the boards and all the way down it goes.
Now McTavish just finished the shift. Will he be put back on the ice for this defensive draw with 1:32 to go? Be interesting to see what happens.
Message whistled on the Rangers stopping play with 1:32 remaining. Sergei Zubov, who picks up an assist in the game. 76-second all-time on the Ranger assist list. Ryan Leach, #1 with 80. Sergei Zubov is 4th in the NHL in assists and leads all defensemen in the NHL in assists this season.
The other end of the ice, Hasek had 2 water bottles sent to him. One now is being returned by the linesman, Kevin Collins. Hasek, look at the water dripping from his face mask. He's been going through one of these water bottles about every 5 minutes. He's really perspiring in this thing. And now he'll be thinking about getting to the bench. Messier takes the draw. It comes right out of the zone as Simon took it for Buffalo. He now goes off. He was on there just to take the draw, and he's good at it.
Hasek leaves it for Bodger.
Simon's 9-0 on faceoffs in this one. He won the last draw, so clean. That one right out of the zone.
Plant was hit by Beukeboom. Boucher sends it into the Ranger zone. Watching the Buffalo bench to see when the signal comes to Dominik Hasek for him to clear out. And right now the Rangers have the puck in less than a minute to go, and Hasek can't get out.
Now, it's interesting, Sam, is does Hasek want to go? Remember, the goals against means something to this team. If there's an empty net goal against them, they may not win the Jennings Trophy. Right. And he's just staying in there now. He's not even thinking about going out. Now we'll see what's on John Muckler's mind as there's an icing against the Rangers with 38.4 to go. An empty net goal puts them into a position where they may not win the goals against. In the game in Philadelphia, the Flyers had 2 goals on New Jersey. So the Buffalo team now has a 2-goal lead on New Jersey regarding the goals against.
Right.
That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Muckler would love a point out of this thing. Does he pull his goalie to get it?
Hasek is out at the top of near the top of the
now
circle.
He's going. Now he's going to the bench. Home ice is more important. See, Buffalo had a goals against of 2.56 going into tonight's action. New Jersey 2.59.
Wow.
Wow.
Buffalo had given up 212 goals and New Jersey 215. So Buffalo now is at 215 and New Jersey is at 217.
McTavish now takes the draw. Todd Simon, pardon me, is now on the ice to try and win that draw again. The last time he won it so clean, it just right out of his own zone.
McTavish, Matteau, Larmer, Beukeboom, and Leach for the Rangers. Simon.
McGillney's back in a shooting position.
Simon with Audette. McGillney, Hawerchuk out at the left point. He's ready to shoot from there. Audette couldn't get to the puck. Leach trying to dump it out. Larmer's got it with Hawerchuk back. Larmer shoots. He at the outside of the net. Larmer's got it again. Puts it down deep. Audette has it. 25 seconds to go. Rangers with a 3-2 lead. Good play by Leach stopping McGillney. Back into the Buffalo end it goes. McTavish after it. Matteau is after it. Bodger is there with 12 seconds. Matteau in the back of the net. McGillney moves the puck. Rangers have it. Beukeboom toward the empty net. It's knocked down, but the Rangers have this one won. 3-2 is the final.
Whoa, baby, did you see that?
Was going wide.
Okay. Big comeback for the Rangers. A fabulous third period after Hasek kept his team in the second period. And after the Rangers coaching staff and probably team leaders decided to spark their team after a very mediocre first period.
That was the man who decided it to begin with, and the Rangers responded.
And he put Noonan on the line with Graves and Messier. Noonan scored the game winner.
Second time this season, Mike Richter has defeated Dominik Hasek head-to-head. He beat him here earlier in the season 2-0.
What are you saying?
A little statement by the 42-game winner, Mike Richter. 3-2 win for Mike Richter. He's won 8 in a row, and he is unbeaten in his last 9. Hasek on the bench, urging his teammates on.
This is during play in the last minute. Very competitive guy. Watching his team having trouble getting out of their own zone. Looking at the clock. Hoping. It wasn't enough. He did his part in this game. The Rangers, though, got to him in the third period to come back and win it. And the Rangers set a record for most points in a season.
Those aren't boos you heard. That's Jeff Beukeboom announced as one of the stars. Dominik Hasek gets the number 2 star, and Adam Graves will get the number 1 star of the game. On his birthday, Adam Graves, who got the Rangers going with the first goal, their first goal of the game at 1:15, followed by Karpovtsev at 3:17, Noonan at 4:05. The Discover Card game summary looks like this. 3 goals in the first 4:05 of the third period. Ryan Noonan with his third game-winning goal with the Rangers. Alexander Karpovtsev, his first goal in his last 34 games. Steve Larmer keeps his point-scoring streak alive. Add to that another assist by Sergei Zubov, and a win for Mike Richter, and a happy birthday for Adam Graves as the Rangers win it 3-2.
The thrill, the spirit, the excitement, the pride, the officially licensed team rings from Balfour. Each ring is crafted to the exacting standards of each league, and all are made in America of beautiful Balfour Celestrium for the look and feel of real gold or silver. Handcrafted by the same master jewelers who created league championship rings and trophies for decades. When you call to order, we'll send you a picture of your ring and a sizer to ensure your team ring fits perfectly. So call the number on your screen to order your team ring. There's no payment required now. You'll be billed just $19 prior to the shipment of your ring. Then 4 more monthly payments of only $19 each. Enjoy years of showing your team pride right at hand.
Call now, 1-800-858-4646, 1-800-858-4646.
For a teammate you can always count on. For a teammate who always comes through in the clutch. Bank on the Dime Savings Bank of New York. Dime, the bank New York sports fans call their own.
The bank you can call your own.
New York Rangers hockey has been brought to you by Bud Light. If you want a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. By U.S. Healthcare, the health plan for living. By the Discover card. It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back. And by the U.S. Postal Service Priority Mail. We deliver for you.